Oh. Good evening, everybody. There we go. Hi there, everybody. Let's get the mic up. Thank you, boy. All right, how you doing? Steve Baxley here. Welcome to the L2C Media Network as we come to you live, as always, from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk here in the beautiful city of Michigan at the Tom O'Neill Studios. I'm your host, Steve the Baxman Baxley, and you're probably asking yourself the musical mystery question: where's Harry? Why isn't he doing the introduction? Well, Harry's took the day off, and I won't tell you where he is, but I hope the hell he's happy, at least on one portion. Anyway, we got a lot of things on our plate tonight, one of which is, are we hooked? Yes, we are. Give us a moment here whilst we get our little tally light there up. There we go. Can we get that just a little up? Not a lot, just a little. There we go. Okay, thank you. All right, welcome. I've already done the welcome. This is Sports Finals, Steve the Baxman Baxley. How are your sporty balls? I know my sporty balls are loaded, and they are ready to rock and roll. And, wow. Whew. Welcome to Speed. And we had some shockers today. Day one of the wild card weekend has come and gone, and who the thunk? The second game of the double dip would be a total disaster if you happen to be Bill Belichick. Let me check something here. She's somewhere. Yeah, just checking my cat. Anyway, wow. I am stunned. How stunned am I? You're going to love this. We're going straight to the scoreboard, and we're going to go explanations as well. So here we go. Let's hit the recap. Let's take you to the afternoon tilt in the coldest place in the world. Well, at least in 1 year. Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Bengals done something they have never done in a long stankin' time. That's right, kiddies. That's right. Oops. Thank you. Paul Brown Stadium nearly shook in triumph. The city of Cincinnati might have had an earthquake of a celebration. That's right. Joe Burrow, in his second season as the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, simply just shrugged it off after leading his team to its first playoff victory in 31 years. They beat the Las Vegas Raiders 26-19 in an AFC wildcard game. Burrow led an efficient offense that scored on 6 drives. Evan McPherson became the first rookie to make 4 field goals without a miss in a postseason debut. And Jermaine Pratt sealed it with a 4th down interception in the waning seconds. Now, it was a victory 3 decades in the making for the Bengals, who ended this season 11-7. After going from worst to first in the AFC North with a generally young roster, they ended that embarrassingly long postseason drought that included 8 consecutive defeats. Coach Zach Taylor said game balls were going to team owner Mike Brown and to the city itself. Their next opponent will depend on results in the other 2 AFC wildcard games coming up tomorrow, one of which you'll be able to catch on a kids channel. We'll give you that story in a bit of a moment. But helped by some problematic officiating by Jerome Bulger's crew that might have allowed Burrow's touchdown pass to Tyler Boyd count when it shouldn't have, the Bengals also extended a lengthy postseason drought for the Raiders, who were 10-8. Las Vegas, which won its final four games to squeeze literally in the playoffs, last won the postseason in the 2002 AFC Championship games when they were still the they were the Los Angeles Raiders then, or maybe they were the Oakland. We'll just call them the California Raiders. Cincinnati made it 4-for-4 on scoring drives late in the first half, though with some controversy, Burrow rode right to avoid pressure and threw from close to the sideline. Play continued despite an erroneous whistle by an official who thought Burrow stepped out of bounds. Boyd caught the 10-yard pass in the back of the end zone for a 20-6 lead. The play counted to protests from the Raiders, who cited the rule that the ball should be returned to a previous spot. And Vegas lost by 7 points. Daniel Carson, the league's top scorer, made a 47-yard field goal on the game's opening possession, and the Bengals countered and kept scoring, though mostly field goals. Burrow took Cincinnati 75 yards in 10 plays, connecting with C.J. Uzomah in the front of the end zone from the 7 to make it 7-3. Burrow threw for 65 yards on the drive, and Uzomah celebrated his score with the icky shuffle. And Lord knows we needed a little retro. Then the Bengals defense stepped up with their sacks leader, T. Ray Hendrickson. Hendrickson stripping Carr of the ball. Defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi rumbled 11 yards with it to the Raiders' 10, but Vegas held, and McPherson made a 31-yard field goal. The mistakes kept coming for the visitors. Peyton Barber touched a botched kickoff headed out of bounds at the Raiders' 2, putting them in a hole. All-pro punter A.J. Cole got off a 58-yarder, but Trent Taylor's 14-yard return set up Cincinnati once more in prime position for a big old score. That's right. Jamar Chase, who had 9 receptions for 116 yards, kept victimizing the Raiders. His 38-yard reception getting the Bengals to the 6. McPherson made a 30-yarder for a 13-3 lead. It soon was 13-6 on Carlson's 28-yard field goal. Then came Boyd's touchdown, followed by an impressive 2-minute drill covering 80 yards for Vegas, capped by Carr's 14-yard pass to Zay Jones that made it 20-13. McPherson, a 5th-round draft pick last April, made 2 more second-half field goals, as did Carlson. Carr finished 29-54 for 310 yards. The crowd of 66,277 fans, hungry for some playoff gold, had to hold their breath before getting it. The injuries right now, we'll give you the Raiders right now. Linebacker Divine Diablo, a concussion, left in the second quarter, moments after being beaten by Uzomah on a 29-yard pass play. Defensive tackle Quentin Jefferson hurt his foot. Cornerback Brandon Fashion left with a concussion. They don't have to worry. They got a long way to go before next season. For the Bengals, defensive tackle Mike Daniels injured his groin in the first quarter, did not return. Ogunjobi was carted off early in the third period with a foot injury. Hendrickson went out with a concussion in the third quarter. They finished up with just 2 healthy defensive tackles. Raiders head back to Vegas, baby, to contemplate their future and some missed opportunities in just who they might get in the NFL draft next season. The Bengals, however, move into the divisional round of the playoffs, where they will play the winner of the other AFC wildcard game, which will be on 4:30. It will be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers from Dallas, a game that you can see on CBS, streamed on Paramount Plus, and for those kiddies out there and kids and Adults are kids at heart. You'll be able to watch the game on an alternate feed courtesy of Nickelodeon, the Kids Network. Game time again, 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm taping both versions. That's right, the Slime Cannons are back for the second year in a row. I can't wait. I'm watching the Nickelodeon feed. I can't wait. It was successful last year. If this is successful this year, I think Nickelodeon's going to be carrying some NFL games. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? See SpongeBob do a play-by-play? Boy, that'll give Kenny some love, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll talk more about that when the time comes. You're probably saying, hey, why aren't you doing are you doing the after first half? Nope, we only do that. We only do the 1 o'clock thing or the 4 o'clock thing only on the regular season. We don't touch the playoffs. All right, now, unfortunately, we do not have any of the information for the second game. We'll be bringing you that tomorrow at midnight Eastern when we rejoin you. But right now, because the game ended early, well, early as in 11:30, just as we went to just as we went to the air, so we do not have a recap with us. We'll tell you that if you are a Buffalo Bills fan, you have got to be on clouds 9, 10, 11, and 12. The Buffalo Bills defeated, decimated, destroyed. Last year, everybody said New England Patriots without Tom Brady, that's going to affect Bill Belichick. And it did. This year, it decimated Bill Belichick. The Bills finally figured out the Patriots and their coach. They slaughtered the Patriots 47-17. Holy fill in the blanks, Junior. And again, we don't have the recap with us. We just have the scores. We'll just give you the small little blurbs here. It's only in the wild card in the playoffs do we try to give you the full story, but with the late games, the recap is somewhat delayed. Hopefully, we'll have that recap for you on tomorrow night's broadcast at midnight. Patriots, Jones. Let's get the structure here. Jones, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns. Harris, 9 rushing attempts for 30 yards. Bourne was somewhat of a factor. 7 receptions, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Bills. Allen, 308 yards, 5 touchdowns. Singletary, 16 rushing attempts for 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Knox, 5 receptions, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Incredible. So what's going to happen tomorrow? Well, tomorrow it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern with the Philadelphia Eagles and Tommy Buccaneer and the Bucks in Tampa Bay, or as they're now calling it, Tom Puppy. That game, 1 o'clock on the Fox, the Big Rock Daddy Fox Network. Eagles, Buccaneers, don't miss that. Then we got the 49ers and Cowboys. That game slated for 4:30 on CBS, Paramount Plus, and Nickelodeon. I think it was the guys that did it last year, Harrelson and Iron Eagle's kid. We'll be doing the game with Harrelson. Guy used to play for the Lions. Now he's one of the CBS morning hosts. Okay, so take it from us. Take it from me. Forget the Fox game. Just wait 4:30. Get your DVRs ready and enjoy the 49ers and Cowboys on Nickelodeon. Okay, we'll find out who's doing that game on the Nickelodeon side shortly when we do headlines. But right now, we go from football and we do a little swerve for you. Let's get you with hockey, and you know what that means. I bring out the musical instrument of love, and we go like this. Little hockey night in Canada. And right now we got one. We got not just one, not just two, but three games still going on as we speak a vous. Let's give you the second intermission. Los Angeles Kings lead the Seattle Kraken 2-1. Second intermission just underway. Edmonton Oilers lead the Ottawa Senators 3-1. And 8:52 remaining in the second before they go to an intermission. And it's Pittsburgh Penguins and San Jose Sharks locked up in a 1-1 tie. Let's go now for some final scores. Boston Bruins over the Nashville Predators 4-3. Hall for Boston, 1 goal, 1 assist. Marchand for Boston, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Josie, Nashvillian, with 1 goal that got recognized. In the Molson, 3 stars. That's right. Colorado Hurricanes. No. Carolina Hurricanes over the Vancouver Canucks 4-1. Nekaz for Carolina, 1 goal, 1 assist. Vechnikov for Carolina, 2 assists. Trocheck for Carolina, 1 goal, 1 assist. Michigan. Washington Capitals took out the New York Islanders 2-0. Wilson for Washington, 1 goal. Varlamov for the Islanders, 34 saves, and Vanekek for Washington, 23 saves. We continue. The Florida Panthers demolished the Columbus Blue Jackets by the score of 9-2. Uyghur for Florida, 1 goal, 3 assists. Ekblad for Florida, 3 assists. And Lundell for Florida, 2 goals. And the Detroit Red Wings. Well, it wasn't a great day for Buffalo. Well, it was a great day for Buffalo if you're a football fan. If you're a hockey fan, you should be embarrassed. Detroit Red Wings blanked the Sabres of Buffalo 4-0. Bertozzi, 1 goal, 2 assists. Nedglavec for Detroit, 22 saves. And Larkin, El Capitan, had 2 assists. Meanwhile, the two-time Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning overdone the Stars 3-1. Kucherov for Tampa Bay with 2 assists. Colton for Tampa Bay with 1 goal. Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay, 19 saves. Bring it across. New York Rangers over the Philadelphia Flyers 3-2. Creator for the Rangers, 1 goal. York for Philadelphia, 1 goal. And Fox for the Rangers, 2 assists. And the Maple Leafs gave the St. Louis Blues, what do you think? The Blues. They beat them 6-5. Marner for Toronto, 1 goal, 1 assist. O'Reilly was a factor. He got 2 goals for St. Louis. And Matthews for Toronto, 1 goal, 1 assist. Let's keep going. The Linda Steele Chicago Blackhawks put away the Anaheim Mighty Ducks 3-0. Fleury was certainly playing like a Fleury. 37 saves. Hagel for Chicago, 1 goal. Stillman for Chicago, 1 assist. Colorado Avalanche blanked the Arizona Gypsy Coyotes 5-0. Rantanen for Colorado, 2 goals, 1 assist. McKinnon for Colorado, 2 goals, 1 assist. Klemfer for Colorado, 20 saves. Games that were postponed. Oh, we've had 3 of them. Devils, Canadiens, Senators, Jets, and Golden Knights and Flames, otherwise known as the Calgary Flames, all were postponed due to the vid, otherwise known as COVID. All right, let's keep the love flowing and let's keep it going. We got your college hockey now. Hey, we do talk about college hockey. And we got a nice load of games that hopefully all have finished and all played. In the Atlantic Hockey Conference, it was the Air Force over Niagara 3-2. Canisius over Holy Cross 2-1. Bentley over Sacred Heart 4-3. AIC over Mercyhurst 6-3. In the Big Ten, ooh la la! The 16th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes defeated the 13th ranked Notre Dame. They beat 13th ranked Notre Dame. Fighting Irish, thank you. 4-1. 4th ranked Michigan over Penn State 4-3. And Wisconsin beat Michigan State 3-2 in the CCHA, 19th ranked. Michigan Tech over Lake Superior. They're not much superior of a lake. 3-0 was the final score. I try to go for the joke, but it just gets dug in there. Number 1 ranked Minnesota State took care of Northern Michigan 4-1. St. Thomas over Ferris State 4-3. Bowling Green over Bemidji State 3-2. Le final score in overtime. In the ECAC, it was Clarkston way over Union 8-2. 9th ranked Cornell and Brown were postponed in Hockey East as opposed to Hockey West. 12th ranked UMass Lowell. Let's try it again. 12th ranked UMass Lowell over Maine 4-3. Merrimack over 17th ranked Providence 2-1. New Hampshire over 20th ranked Boston College 5-2. 11th ranked Northeastern and Vermont were postponed. In the NCHC, 7th ranked Minnesota Duluth and Miami ended in overtime tied 2-2. Non-conference, Arizona State over RIT 5-1, and 8th ranked Minnesota lost to Alaska 3-2. That's right, 3-2. 15th ranked Omaha and 6th ranked Denver. We don't have a score on at this moment, and maybe it could be for the best. Anyway, let's get you over to the women's scores for that lovely time period. Do we have to press the button? Yes, we do, because our control room, they press just a few. Okay, in the CHA, Penn State and RIT ended in 2-2 tied overtime. Mercyhurst over Lindenwood 4-2. Yes, it is. 4-2. ECAC, 10th ranked Harvard, a 3-1 winner over 8th ranked Yale. 7th ranked Clarkson, 6th ranked Colgate didn't play. Brown and Dartmouth didn't play. Princeton and Rensselaer didn't play. In Hockey East, Connecticut over Boston College in overtime 4-3. 3rd ranked Northeastern over Boston University 3-1 in a final. Providence, Merrimack, 3rd ranked Northeastern, New Hampshire, and Maine and Boston University, they were postponed. In the Newha, it was Sant Aslam over LIU 5-2. In the WCHA, it was 9th ranked Minnesota Duluth over Bemidji State 3-0. 4th ranked Minnesota lost to Minnesota State 5-4 in overtime. 2nd ranked Ohio State and St. Cloud State were postponed, as were number 1 ranked Wisconsin and St. Thomas. There are your hockey scores right there. Let us check in with the AHL right now. Saturday night, you got to believe me when I tell you it's Saturday night. There's got to be some scores playing. So we're going to find out for you. Hi, do we have a chance? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, guys. Guys in the control room, wake up. Okay, let's give you the scores right now. Games that are still going on. Bakersfield Condors lead the San Jose Barracuda 5-0, 18:26 to play in regulation. Stockton Heat over the Tucson Roadrunners 3-0, 10:51 in regulation. Second intermission, Ontario Reign over the Henderson Silver Knights 4-1. Second intermission, it is the San Diego Gulls over the Abbotsford Canucks 2-1. And in a shootout, it was Colorado Eagles over the Milwaukee Admirals 4-3. And overtime final, Belleville Senators over the Rochester Americans 6-5. Charlotte Checkers over the Texas Stars 8-3. Manitoba Moose over the Grand Rapids Griffins in a shootout 2-1. And in overtime, Toronto Marlies over the Hershey Bears 4-3. Iowa Wild over Chicago Wolves in overtime 3-2. Cleveland Monsters over the Rockford Ice Hawks 5-4. And the Syracuse Crunch over the Utica Comets 4-3. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins over Lehigh Valley Phantoms 5-2. Providence Bruins over the Springfield Thunderbirds 5-3. And Hartford Wolfpack over the Laval Rockets 4-0. And there we go. Let's take you now to the Big O, the Ontario Hockey League, as we continue on this little rapid race that we're going. Yes, rabbits, dance, you rabbits, dance! Agur to you too. Dance, mighty rabbits, dance. That's right, Saturday, 8 games. And were they a full 8 games? We'll find out, won't we? And in a shootout, Ottawa over Sudbury 5-4, Mississauga over Barrie 3-1. Kitchener and Erie were postponed, as were Kingston and Niagara. They were also postponed. COVID bit those two. Those two games. Flint over Saginaw 1-0. Oshawa over Peterborough 4-1. Windsor over Saginaw in a postponement, so they had no wins there and no loss. Owen Sound lost to the Sioux. 5-2 was the final score. We give good love here on this program, but as we do, let's go up here. All righty. All right, folks, let's get to it. And let's go to ECHL, or the East Coast Hockey League. Why they just want to be called by their 4 letters, I have no idea, but I will not argue. Okay, let's get going. Let's go to the ECHL and give you the Saturday scores. Let's see if we do have Saturday scores. Here we go. We're going to test out the score buttons. And I think Monday, they do have their All-Star game is on Monday. Yay. So there we go. That's why there were no games this week. Boop. Okay, let's go to the Southern Professional Hockey League, or the Spiel. And let us get to it. Here we go. Mit the scores from today. Yahuski. Okay, final scores: Macon Mayhem over the Knoxville Ice Bears 4-3 in overtime. Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs over the Fayetteville Marksmen 3-2. Huntsville Havoc over the Evansville Thunderbolts 1-0. Birmingham Bulls over the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Who knew Ice Flow or flu, but Ice Flow? I kind of like that for a joke and pun. Birmingham did we give Birmingham Bulls over the Pensacola Ice Flows 4-0? And for that joke, I had to say it twice. Peoria Rivermen over the Vermilion County Bobcats 3-1. There you go on that side of the level-headedness. And we bopped twice. And we bopped twice. And I think maybe we'll bop one more time. And let's find out how things went in the Federal Prospects Hockey League, or as we call it, the FUPL. So here we go, boys and girls. Man, we are cooking with plasma here. Really, cooking with plasma? That doesn't sound good. Cooking with gas. That sounds better. All right, let's give you the Saturday night scoreboardian express here. 3 games on Saturday night. Here we go. Columbus over Port Huron 7-3. Danbury over Binghamton 10-7. And Carolina over Delaware 4-1. There you go. There are the scores for SATURDAY night, or Saturday Noche. So here we go. We're back in it, back on it, back above it. That's right. It is time we go from the hoops, from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice of the NHL. Well, not just the NHL. Let's just say it. It's hockey time. That's right. I thought we gave the hockey scores. Yes, we did give the hockey scores. So why are we just? Oh yeah, we go from the hard synthetic ice now to the hard wood. That's right. It's the NBA time, and if we have the scores, oh bless. Here we go. Rounding the turn. Toronto Raptors over. No, the Toronto Raptors beat the defending NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks by a score of 103-96. Portland Trail Blazers over the Washington Wizards 115-110. Brooklyn Nets over the Ontario over the New Orleans Pelicans 120-105. New York Knicks over the Atlanta Hawks 117-108. Cleveland Cavaliers over the Oklahoma City Thunder 107-102. Philadelphia 76ers got the freedom and they beat the Miami Heat 109-98. Boston Celtics over the Chicago Bulls 114-112. San Antonio Spurs over the LA Clippers 101-94. Denver Nuggets over the Los Angeles Lakers, who have been in quite a good or bad slump, depending on your point of view, 133-96. Mavericks over the Magic. Dallas over Orlando, 108-92. There you go. Boo boop ba boo. Boo boop ba boo ba doo ba doo ba doo boo. There you go, right there in the breadbasket. Let us now give you ladies and the men's college basketball games. We got them. You want them. Ain't we got fun them? Yes, we're going to have a ton of fun tonight. And wowzy woo woo. Here we go. Let's go to the men first. Well, I know it's supposed to be ladies first, but I hit the M. So here we go. By the way, if I didn't get a chance to mention it, I will mention it anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboards are always presented by Caesars Sportsbook. Remember, we are all Caesars. And we have fifth-ranked UCLA over Oregon State. 11 minutes left to play in the second half, 60-47. Fifth-ranked USC losing to Oregon with 19:36 left to play in the second. In other words, we have two early second half games. We just gave you the score of the first one. Third-ranked UCLA leads Oregon State 60-47. The second game, fifth-ranked USC losing to Oregon 47-31. Let's keep going with some finals. Oklahoma State over number one ranked Baylor. So there's going to be a mighty big change tomorrow in the top 25, 61-54. Number two ranked Gonzaga messed up Santa Clara badly, 115-83. Fourth ranked Auburn over Ole Miss, 80-71. Sixth ranked Arizona over Utah, 82-64. Eighth ranked Duke, 88-73 over North Carolina State. Ninth ranked Kansas, an 85-59 winner over West Virginia. Northwestern, unranked, defeated 10th ranked Michigan State, 64-62. 11th ranked Houston, a 66-64 victory over Tulsa. 12th ranked LSU, a loser to Arkansas, 65-58. 15th ranked Iowa State over 21 ranked Texas, 79-70. 17th ranked Xavier over Creighton, 80-73. 18th ranked Kentucky, a 107-79 winner over 22nd ranked Tennessee. Kansas State, a 62-51 winner over 19th ranked Texas Tech. Marquette by one over 20th ranked Seton Hall, 73-72. Mississippi State over 24th ranked Alabama, 78-76. UConn and 23rd ranked Providence were postponed due to something called the COVID. So we go from the men to the wrong button, boys. There we go. From the men to the women. That's right. It is time to feast upon some ladies playing basketball. Let's see if we score them properly. And we did. Nope, we got the men still up, guys. Let's get the ladies. We've done the men's scores. Let's get the ladies' scores. And by the way, we have not heard from Comcast Spectacor, who owns G4, as to the fate of the network after a couple of their longtime employees, longtime host, well, one longtime host and a newbie, decided to napalm the network's fan base. We talked about that on, I think, Thursday or Friday's show. Well, you find out, and oh boy, it is not looking good for that network. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction right now while I'm waiting for the scores to pop up. I'm going to predict Comcast Spectacor will be told by their parent, which is Comcast, same parent as NBC Universal. But again, I have to reiterate, I must repeat, NBC Universal has nothing to do with this iteration of G4. This is strictly in the hands of Comcast Spectacor, which is a sports and entertainment subsidiary of Comcast. So there you go. NBC Universal has nothing to do with this little thing of G4, this new G4. It doesn't even have their thing on the nameplate. It's Comcast Spectacor. With that said, everything is popped up and everything is finale. So let's kick it. Let's shoot it up. Oregon over 7th ranked Arizona in overtime, 68-66. 9th ranked Iowa State over Oklahoma State, 74-60. 10th ranked UConn over Xavier, 78-41. 13th ranked Texas, a 73-57 winner over West Virginia. Mountain Mamas, take me home, country road. Hey. 18th ranked BYU over Loyola Marymount, 77-37. 23rd ranked Oklahoma, 171 winner over TCU. And Texas Tech over 25th ranked Kansas State, 64-45. Aye, laddie, that was a good one. Yes. Now we've had the pros, the college. Let's go for the G. That's right. We're going for the G League now, and let's give you the G League, give you the update on that. We'll see if or do you want to wait for tomorrow on the other game? Want to wait till tomorrow for the other game? Okay, thank you guys. Let's pop her up. And here we go. We pop her up. And here we go. Saturday games. You want them? We got them. Maine Celtics. Thank you, boys. Whoa, hi. Let's try it there. Here we go. Maine Celtics over Cleveland Charge, 98-86. Raptors, 905 over Lakeland Magic, 88-82. The Fort Wayne Mad Ants over the Westchester Knicks, 132-104. Capital City Go-Go over the Greensboro Swarm, 116-109. Memphis Hustle did the Sioux Falls Skyforce Dance, 113-105. And Texas Legends over the Santa Cruz Warriors, 136-132. And this game is going to overtime. Rio Grande Valley Vipers over the Agua Caliente Clippers. They are tied at 103 going into extras. And that is the basketball portion of our merry little showbang. What we got. So let's get you, if we can. Do we have the bong bong?
There it is.
Okay, I think we got it. Yep, we got it. So let's give you the Bills versus Patriots. The Buffalo Bills, This has got to be one hell of a magical year for at least two teams, the Buffalo Bills and the LA Rams. The Buffalo Bills, their magic continued. There we go. Thank you. Their magic continued as they advanced to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and did so in an impressive, very impressive fashion when they ran the New England Patriots out of town 47-17. This game was a rout essentially from the jump. Josh Allen and the Bills offense marched 70 yards down the field on the opening possession, and the sidelines touchdown throw to tight end Dawson Knox to give the Bills the early lead. From there, it was all Buffalo, kids. Bills scored on all four of their first half possessions to build up a 24-point lead by halftime, which essentially put the game in cruise control. In the second half, they kept their foot on the gas, adding 20 more points to the advantage, which towards the end of the game felt more like a coronation for the bona fide powerhouse in the AFC East for the foreseeable future. Josh Allen finished 308 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Dawson Knox was his primary target as he caught 2 of those scores to go along with 89 yards receiving. For the Patriots, Mac Jones completed 24 of 38 throws for 232 yards to go along with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Kendrick Bourne was on the receiving end of both those scores and had a team-high 70 yards. An incredible night. This game went off the rails pretty early, and the rout started to take shape following Micah Hyde's interception of Mac Jones on the Patriots' opening possession. Prior to that turnover, Jones looked good in his first taste of the playoffs, putting together a couple of chunk plays that had all of New England deep. That had New England, not all of them, but yeah, they had the team deep in Buffalo territory. Even his throws to Nelson Aguilar that was picked off by Hyde was well executed and more often than not landed for a touchdown. But the Bills' safety simply made a great play on the ball. According to Next Gen Stats, Hyde covered 21.4 yards in 2.9 seconds to make the pick. He was 14.4 yards away from Aguilar when the pass was thrown. From there, the Bills followed up their 70-yard touchdown drive to begin the game with an 80-yard scoring march that put them up by 2 scores, and that was all she wrote, despite still being so early in the contest. Josh Allen's first touchdown throw of the night was by far his most impressive and highlighted his ability to extend plays with his feet. With the Bills on New England 8-yard line, Allen took a second and goal snap, held the ball as the Patriots held firm in coverage. Allen then started to roll out to his right, was able to shed a would-be tackle by linebacker Kyle Van Noy and lofted a sideline throw that fell into the arms of tight end Dawson Knox in the end zone. And it looked as if Allen was merely throwing the football away, but he was able to throw it just above Patriots safety Kyle Duggar, and Knox high-pointed the football and kept both feet in bounds for the opening score. It was amazing. So now the Bills await the winner of tomorrow's big game. So, ooh la la, let's give you some info. Tomorrow night. And here we go. Happy landings. That's right. Let's see. Tomorrow we have the Eagles and the Buccaneers at 1 p.m. The Eagles get another crack at a Buccaneer team that beat them 28-22 back in Week 6. After that loss, the Eagles went 7-4 over their final 11 games to earn a playoff berth. And then, that's 1 p.m. on Fox. And then the 49ers will take on the Dallas Cowboys at 4:30 on CBS, Nickelodeon, and Paramount Plus. It's a rematch, one of the most storied rivalries in NFL playoff history. Although these two teams have met seven times in the playoffs, this will mark their first postseason meeting since the 94 season, which is also last time the 49ers won the Super Bowl. Coincidence? I don't think so. Game time at 4:30 on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus, and also shown on Nickelodeon with an alternate feed and alternate play-by-play voices. And I think it will be Ian Eagle's son and Nate Burleson doing play-by-play with a representative of Nickelodeon's family. Then to wrap up the wild card weekend, the Steelers take on Chiefs at 8:15 on NBC. Ben Roethlisberger will get a chance to put off his retirement for another week or two. The Steelers can figure out a way to upset the Chiefs. However, that won't be easy considering Kansas City blew the Steelers out 36-10 just 2 weeks ago, and it all comes to an end. Wild card weekend ends on Monday when the Cardinals take on the Rams live at 8:15 Monday on ABC and ESPN. These two division rivals will be meeting for the third time this season. The Cardinals and Rams split their season series with the home team losing each time, which isn't great news for the Rams, who will be the home team in this game and hoping to be the second NFL team to ever play home in the Super Bowl, which, by the way, will be at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. So there you go. And don't forget, the Super Bowl is February 13th on NBC. The Olympics, I do believe, start before the Super Bowl, or is it after? I don't know, but we'll find out when the time comes. But there you go, folks. Happy landings on a chocolate star. We've already talked about the NFL. But here we go. Let's get you some headlines and gobble. Kevin Durant's game was cut short on was cut short tonight. The All-Star forward was ruled out for the remainder of Brooklyn's matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans after suffering a left knee sprain midway through the second quarter. Durant is scheduled to undergo an MRI on Sunday, according to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. While trying to guard Pelicans guard Herb Jones, Nets forward Bruce Brown fell backwards into Durant's left knee, and Durant immediately reached for the knee in obvious discomfort. He limped off the floor ultimately and back to the locker room to get checked out, and he was ruled out for the game by Brooklyn shortly thereafter. Before exiting the contest, Durant had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block in 12 minutes of action. Obviously, the hope here is for the Nets is that the injury isn't a serious one and that Durant is able to return to the court in order, as he is in the midst of another MVP caliber campaign. We'll learn more about his status moving forward after the MRI on Sunday. There we go. Okay, my. We're coming close to the end of our little showboat here, so let's wiggle, let's waggle, let's do this puppy right. Let's get you updated on the scores of the world of professional soccer, or is that just the world of soccer? And here we go. Saturday's games. There were a few in the Premier League. Let's pop it up so I don't screw up. Manchester City over Chelsea, 1-0. Newcastle United and Watford tied at 1. Norwich City over Everton, 2-1. Wolverhampton Wanderers over Southampton, 3-1. Aston Villa and Manchester United tied at 2. In the championship, Blackburn Rovers singing in the dark moonlight, however that song goes. Blackburn Rovers outdueled the Let's try again. Blackburn Rovers over Cardiff City, 1-0. Luton Town over Bournemouth, 3-2. Derby County over Sheffield United, 2-0. Fulham whacked Bristol City, 6-2. Huddersfield Town and Swansea City tied at 1. Middlesbrough over Reading, 2-1. Nottingham Forest over Millwall, 1-0. Coventry City over Peterborough United, 4-1. Preston North End and Birmingham City tied at 1. Queen's Park Rangers over West Bromwich Albion, 1-0. In Group D of the Africa Cup of Nations, Nigeria over Sudan, 3-1. And Egypt over Guinea-Bissau, 1-0. In the FA Women's Super League, it was Manchester United over Birmingham City, 5-0. Manchester City over Aston Villa, 3-0. In League One action was Accrington Stanley and Sunderland tied at 1. Wimbledon and Morecambe tied at 0. Bolton and Ipswich 2-0 Bolton. Cheltenham Town and Charlton Athletic tied at 1. Crewe Alexandra and Shrewsbury Town ended in a goose egg tie. Wigan Athletic over Doncaster Rovers 2-1. Fleetwood Town over Rotherham United 1-0. Burton Albion over Gillingham 3-1. Cambridge United over Lincoln City 1-0. Milton Keynes Dons over Portsmouth 2-1. Sheffield Wednesday over Plymouth Argyle 4-2. Wycombe Wanderers over Oxford United 2-0. And in the FA Trophy division, it was Bromley, a 2-0 winner over Aldershot Town. Alfred Town and FC Halifax Town tied at 1, but Halifax Town won 3-2 on penalties. Boreham Wood and Maidstone United tied at 1. Boreham won 5-4 on penalties. Dagenham and Redbridge over Southend United 2-0. Dartford over Weymouth 1-0. Morpeth Town over Boston United 4-3. Notts County over Eastleigh 2-1. Solihull Motors over Southport 3-0. Spennymoor Town over Plymouth Parkway 3-1. Chestnut over St. Albans City 3-0. Stockport County over Lark Hall Athletic 3-0. Tonbridge Angels Kingsland Town tied at 1. Tonbridge Angels won 4-3 on penalty kicks. Yeovil Town and Needham Market tied at 1. Needham Market won 8-7 on penalties. York City over Slough Town 1-0. Wrexham over Folkestone Invicta 5-1. And and let's see. Austrian A-League, Adelaide and Melbourne City tied at 2. Sydney and Brisbane tied at 1. And folks, that is it for that. We got one more little moment, and I've got to clear my throat again. There we go. Yes, it works. Aha. Boy, did I miss that water. Yes, here we go. We got one more thing to pump up, and then we are done for the evening. And we're happy to have been of service. I gotta shave the beard a bit, bring it down just a little. Okay, we should have 15th. All right, there we go. All right, in the Bundesliga, it was Bayern Munich 4, Köln 0, Mainz 1, Bochum 0, Leipzig 2, Stuttgart 0, Union Berlin 2, Hoffenheim 1, Hertha Berlin and Wolfsburg tied at 0. Bayern Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach 2-1. In Italy, Torino over Sampdoria 2-1. Lazio over Salernitana 3-0. And Juventus over Udinese 2-0. In Italian basketball, Tortona over Cremona 97-92. Virtus Bologna over Treviso 84-66. Varese over Venezia 76-68. In Spain, Bilbao over Obradoiro Cab 96-91. Hockey, Sweden, Luleå over Skellefteå 4-2. Linköping over Växjö 4-1. Frölunda over Rögle 4-1. Brynäs over Timrå 6-2. And we have some updates for third period, folks. Third period in the 15th minute. Ottawa Senators and the Edmonton Oilers are tied at 4. The LA Kings are about to beat the Kraken of Seattle 3-1. In fact, they have already done so. Los Angeles Kings capture the Kraken and beat them 3-1. And the San Jose Sharks and the Pittsburgh Penguins still tied at 1 apiece. Finnish hockey, we're almost done. Hockey from Finland, Ilves over Pelicans 4-2. Muko over Karpat 2-1. Vasan Sport over Asat in penalty shots 2-1. Helsinki over Saipa 7-3. And I think we just got a little bit. Let's we'll see if there's any media things to talk about. And
You're not old enough to drive.
well, nothing on that moment. So we will have more big time stuff for you tomorrow. But that is it. We've done our show. We have done it. We have brought you an hour of sports and everything else that is just about what we had in our minds. Tomorrow, we're on at midnight Eastern because of a couple of podcasts that I do at 11 p.m. Hopefully. Yeah, I got a couple of podcasts to do at 11 p.m. Last Call Cafe on Spreaker from iHeartMedia. Thank you. 11 o'clock, and that is followed by WrestleMania at 11:30. And both of those, we go live tape from 11 to midnight Eastern. And then at midnight, we rejoin you here for the Sunday night edition of a wild and wacky Shaka Waka Sunday Sports Sunday. So until tomorrow at midnight Eastern, I am Steve, the Backsman Baxley, wishing you all a fantastic rest of your sports weekend. Have a great Sunday of super sports and super football wild card wackiness. Steve, the Backsman Baxley, good night. I've already did the blessing. All you got to do is just do the plug, and that is this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll talk to you tomorrow, midnight Eastern Time. 7 o'clock, I will be doing a member stream with Mandy Summers on her channel, members only, and I'm a member. So we'll be having a little fun there, and everything is going to be exciting, great, and we're just going to enjoy and embrace a Super Sunday. So thanks, everybody. See you at midnight Eastern. Good night from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at the Tom O'Neill Studios here in Jackson. Steve Axley for everybody here at Sports Final. Bye, and good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Leave that for your significant other. Good night.